Cathnet.org is a site to develop Catechism XML and the Catholic Semantic Web. So what is this all about? Well, the web is moving higher and higher into greater complexity and greater power, which uses tools for being able to search not just terms, but actually in a deeper analysis of the English language. How does it actually work? Well, if you take a normal website, it's behind the scenes is HTML, and you've got some sample HTML there. It just says how that web page should look. It's got no real understanding of what that actual information is. A step up from that is XML. XML allows you to mark up and actually say what something is on that site. So it could be an email, but it actually gives specifics, not just how it should look, but who it is it from, and so forth. But it doesn't connect that information together. And that's where RDF, or Resource Description Framework, comes in. It actually makes a connection between subject and object and what that actually is. So in this very simple example, it just says this person is the author of this web page. Now, with the English language, we've got greater complexity there. So we can take a sentence from the Catechism and we can do its parts of speech to be able to make the connections between each of the key words within that sentence. This natural language processing is what a lot of what Siri uses and automatic translation uses, but those tools can be used so that if we take every sentence in the Catechism and look at how those concepts are connected, we can actually create a whole map of the whole Catechism. And that means that it's going to have a far deeper understanding semantically of the connections between words and the meanings of words. So the advantage of that would be, for instance, you're typing a theological essay, and as you're typing it, it can be analyzing every sentence and comparing it semantically to every sentence in the Catechism. And when it finds a good match, it can be presenting it in real time. Already, Google Docs has a tool to explore content, and so you can search for terms and then be able to drop in information. This is taking that basic structure one step further and a lot deeper, so that it can automatically be finding semantically suggestions of what can be connected. One of the great advantages of this kind of mapping is that you'll be able to use the Catechism and the paragraph structure, but not just that, sentences within the paragraphs, to be able to really lock in on different concepts. And so a particular essay can be matched to different parts of the Catechism and provide a very deep kind of an index. And so when you're looking for similar content, you can be searching with that far deeper index, because it's looking at the structure and the connections between words, not just the words themselves, which will be turning up many times. That's a great advantage of trying to find text and automatically sort different resources, looking at potentially how orthodox a resource is. And that level of depth would bring theology into a far greater relief within these tools that are available. So at the moment, if we do a comparison, the Brown corpus, which is one of the first done, or the million words, never has the word Catholic turn up in it at all. If we take the ACL corpus with 62 million words, the word Catholic turns up 13 times. And that means that tools like Siri, which are based upon these corpuses, really don't understand Catholic theology. And so they'll have a very limited ability to be able to interpret theology. If you mark up the Catechism in such a way and then provide that for these tools, they're going to be far more accurate in understanding theology, in finding resources, and so forth. So there is a whole range of different steps that needs to take place to bring theology into the semantic web. What's been done so far? There is a very simple XML markup of the Catechism, and that's one step moving it forward. But to create an RDF is a big project, and so that's why Cathnet exists. It exists so that these kinds of steps can be researched and shared and developed, and there is very little in this area on the web. And so that's why this project is an important one, to just keep trying to move it forward for the sake of bringing theology into the future of artificial intelligence. If you've got any questions, please email me or come to cathnet.org, and it'd be great to promote this project. There's a variety of ways you could do this. For instance, providing a grant for students who are doing final year projects as part of a software engineering course, or computer science degree or masters, to develop this project and take it further. And I'm happy to put money in that direction.